Good morning, children. Welcome back to mathematics class. How are you all? Hope you all are taking a good care of yourself. Children, let us start today's class. This is class 10th, subject mathematics, chapter number 10, circles. Children, do you remember yesterday I conducted your maths test of chapter number 10, circles? So in today's lecture, I am going to discuss all the test questions. Fine, children? You know very well that the complete question paper was divided into 4 sections. Section A, B, C and D. And section A consists of 10 questions, 1 mark each. Fine, children? And they all were MCQs. Now I am going to discuss each and every step of MCQ, short answer type questions as well as long answer type questions. Correct, children? So here is our very first question of section A, 1 mark each, MCQs. The distance between two parallel tangents of a circle of radius 4 cm is dash. So children, here is the solution of question number 1. You will be having a circle given whose center point is O. There are two parallel tangents. Children, you can see that MN as well as PQ. These are two parallel tangents. What is asked in the question that what is the distance between these two parallel tangents? So of course children, the distance must be equal to the double of radius, that is diameter. So here you will be having radius given, that is 4 cm. Children, you can see that AB will be the distance between two parallel tangents, that is MN and PQ. So AB must be equal to AO plus OB. Fine. So this is AO plus OB. So AB must be equal to 4 cm plus 4 cm, that is 8 cm. So which one is the right option? Option number D. Correct, children? Now children, here is our question number 2. In the given figure, angle RPS is equal to 25 degree. Find the value of ROS. Here is the diagram. You will be having RPS given, that is equal to 25 degree. And you have to calculate the value of ROS. Correct, children? We can solve this question in two ways. One way, that you know that OR is perpendicular on RP because radius is perpendicular to tangent at the point of contact. In the same manner, OS is also perpendicular to SP. Why? Because OS is also radius and PS is a tangent. Again, radius is perpendicular to the tangent at the point of contact. Fine, children? Then RPSO will become a quadrilateral. Angle sum property of a quadrilateral says that sum of all the angles of a quadrilateral is equal to 360 degree. Then 90 degree plus 25 degree plus 90 degree plus angle ROS. So through that we can calculate the value of ROS. Okay. There is one more way also. How can we solve it? That you know, children, I made you understand one question, that was question number 10 of exercise 10.2. According to that question, what was there? That the angle between two tangents. Here you can see that what is the angle between two tangents? That is 25 degree. Okay. Angle between two tangents drawn from the external point to the circle is supplementary to the angle subtended by the line segment. Here OR and OS are the line segment and they are going to subtend some angle at the center point. So means you can say that ROS plus RPS must be equal to 180 degree according to the statement of that very question. So you could just subtract 25 degree from 180 degree to come to know the value of ROS. Correct, children? So I have adopted method number 1, that is angle RPS is equal to 25 degree. Angle ORP is equal to 90 degree. Why? Because OR is perpendicular to RP, OR is radius and RP is tangent. Fine. And angle OSP is equal to 90 degree. OS is also perpendicular to SP. Now in quadrilateral ORPS, angle RPS plus angle ORP plus angle OSP plus angle ROS is equal to 360 degree by angle sum property of a quadrilateral. So 25 degree plus 90 degree plus 90 degree plus ROS is equal to 360 degree. 205 degree plus ROS is equal to 360 degree. So angle ROS must be of 155 degree. That is option number D is the right option. Correct, children? Now let us switch to third MCQ. The length of a tangent drawn from a point at a distance of 10 centimeter. It means that external point is at a distance of 10 centimeter. Okay, from the center point of the circle is 8 centimeter. The length of the tangent drawn from a point at a distance of 10 centimeter. That external point is at a distance of 10 centimeter from the center point. And what is the length of the tangent? That is 8 centimeter. We will have to calculate the radius of the circle. Correct, children? So children, here is question number 3 solution. There is a circle with center point O. The length of the tangent, this is tangent, PA is tangent and A is point of contact. The length of the tangent drawn from a point, and that very point is at a distance of 10 centimeter from the center point. And the length of the tangent is 8 centimeter given. Fine. Children, you know that OA is perpendicular to PA. Reason behind? Because radius is perpendicular to the tangent at the point of contact. So we can say that OAP will become a right angled triangle. Now let us apply Pythagoras theorem so that we can calculate OA. Okay. So the side which is opposite of 90 degree, that is hypotenuse. It means OP square is equal to OA square, that is perpendicular square, plus PA square, that is base square. Okay. So 10 centimeter whole square is equal to OA square plus 8 centimeter square. So it would become OA square is equal to 100 centimeter square minus 64 centimeter square, that is 36 centimeter square. So what is O? That is 6 centimeter. It means C is the right option. Correct, children? Now children, question number 4 is tangents from an external point to a circle are equal in length according to theorem 10.2. So which one is the right option? That is option number A. So solution number 4 is, the answer is equal. A is the right option. Correct, children? Now here is question number 5. The tangents drawn at the extremes of the diameter, extremes is nothing but the end points, okay, of the diameter of a circle are dash. So here is the solution of question number 5. Children, you can see that there is a circle with center point O. AB is the diameter of the circle, and A and B, they both are the end points of the diameter. Here you can see that whenever two tangents will be drawn passing through the end point of the diameter, they will always be parallel to each other. How, children? Suppose here I have taken, I know that OB is perpendicular to LM. In the same manner, OA is perpendicular on PQ. Why? Because radius is perpendicular to the tangent at the point of contact. So if this angle I have considered as angle 1 is equal to 90 degree. In the same manner, angle 2 is also 90 degree. Children, you know what kind of angles they both are. They both are alternate interior angles. Okay. And if alternate interior angles are equal, then what can we say? That the lines are parallel. Correct, children? The same is done over here. That OA is perpendicular to PQ and OB is perpendicular to LM. Because radius is perpendicular to the tangent at the point of contact. So it means OAQ must be equal to 90 degree. OBM will also be 90 degree. And OBL will also be 90 degree. Okay. As angle OAQ is equal to OBL, both are 90 degree and both are alternate interior angles. As alternate interior angles are equal, so we can say that the tangents which are drawn on the end point or on the extremes of the diameter, they are extremes of the diameter, they are always parallel to each other. So children, what would be the answer? The answer will be parallel, that the tangents drawn at the extremities of the diameter of a circle, they are parallel. So B is the right option. Correct, children? Now question number 6 is Tell the number of tangents drawn at a point of a circle is or are dash. Children, you know very well, from a point of a circle, how many tangents can be drawn? Correct. There is only one tangent can be drawn at a point of a circle. So A is the right option. Correct, children? Now let us switch to 7th question, 7th MCQ. In the given figure, CP and CQ are the tangents to the circle. You can see in the given figure that CP and CQ, they both are the tangent to the circle with center point O. Okay. ARB, this is another tangent which is touching the circle exactly at point R. So here R is also known as point of contact. The length of complete CP you will be having, that is 11 centimeter given. You will be having BC also given, means this part 6 centimeter is given, and this complete CP is also equal to 11 centimeter given. Fine, children. And you will have to calculate the length BR. This much length you have to calculate. So what is to be done? Please understand it through this diagram, then I will be showing you its solution. Children, as you know that C is the external point. Okay. So the tangents CP and CQ will be of equal length. Why? Because the tangents drawn from the external point to the circle are always equal in length. So can I say that complete CQ is 11 centimeter as CP is also 11 centimeter? Correct. So BC is 6. So can you tell me what would be the length of BQ? Correct. That would be 5 centimeter. Now you know that B is also the external point. So BR must be equal to BQ. So if BQ is 5 centimeter, then BR must be 5 centimeter. So which one is the right option? Option number B. Now understand it through this written proof. Since CP is equal to CQ, why? Because tangents drawn from external point to a circle are same. CQ is equal to 11 centimeter. As B is also external point, so BQ must be equal to BR. But I know that BC is equal to 6 centimeter. And children, CQ can be written as CB plus BQ. What is the value of CB given to us? That is 6 centimeter plus BQ, and CQ also we know that is 11 centimeter. So BQ must be equal to BR must be equal to 5 centimeter. So B is the right option. Understood, children? Now children, let us switch to question number 8. A quadrilateral ABCD is drawn to circumscribe a circle, means it is covering a circle. It means circle is made inside the quadrilateral. If AB is equal to 12 centimeter, BC is equal to 15 centimeter, CD is equal to 14 centimeter, then you have to calculate AD. Fine. So here is that diagram. ABCD is a quadrilateral which is circumscribing a circle with center point O. The dimensions of AB, BC and CD are given. Those I have shown in the diagram itself. Children, you know, you did that question. We know that whenever a quadrilateral circumscribing a circle, then the sum of the opposite side of a quadrilateral, they are equal. So can I write that AB plus CD is equal to BC plus AD? So now put these values over here. That is 12 centimeter plus 14 centimeter is equal to 15 centimeter plus AD. So that is 26 centimeter is equal to 15 centimeter plus AD. So AD must be equal to 26 centimeter minus 15 centimeter, that is 11 centimeter. So children, the option number A is the right option. Correct? Here is 9th MCQ. In the figure, PA and PB are the tangents to the circle. You can see PA and PB both are the tangent of a circle with center point O. If angle PAB, this angle is equal to 60 degree, then we will have to calculate angle OAB. While looking at the diagram, children, it may have strike in your mind that we did the same question. Okay, that was example number 2. So the same statement of example number 2 I am going to use over here, so that I will be able to calculate OAB using the result that APB is double of angle OAB. When it is double, the reason I am going to give you now. So here is its solution. If angle APB is equal to 60 degree and we know that angle between two tangents is double of the angle subtended between the radius and the chord by joining the point of contact. So what is the result? That angle APB is double of angle AOB. So it means angle AOB must be half of angle APB. It means half of 60 degree, that is 30 degree. So A is the right option. Got it, children? Once understand the statement which I have written. As we know that the angle between two tangents, PA and PB are two tangents. Okay. This angle is always double of the angle subtended between the radius. This is radius, O is radius, and the chord. Which chord? Which is basically made while joining the point of contact of both the tangents. So this angle APB must be double of angle OAB. It means OAB is half of APB. So if this is 60 degree given, then we can write here 30 degree. Correct, children? Now our question number 10th. This is the last MCQ, that is two concentric circles. Concentric circles are those circles which are having the same center point. Okay, common center point. With radius R1 and R2, where R1 is greater than R2. It means the circle having radius R1, that must be larger in size. Okay, whose radius is R1. AB is a chord of the circle having radius R1. Okay, the circle whose radius is R1, AB is its chord. It is touching the circle having radius R2, means that chord will enact like the tangent for the smaller circle whose radius is R2 at point C. Then we have to check which of the conditions will be satisfied. So children, here is the diagram of solution number 10. You can see here two concentric circle. The circle whose radius is R1, look, this is bigger circle, the larger in size. And the circle whose radius is R2, that is shorter one. So R2 you can show here. This is radius R2, this bigger one is radius R1. AB is the chord for the larger circle, but it would enact like the tangent for the smaller circle. And C is the point of contact where this tangent is going to touch the smaller circle. Correct, children? Okay. Now we know that OC is perpendicular on AB. Why? Because radius is perpendicular to the tangent at the point of contact. So children, whenever there is a perpendicular drawn from the center point, that always bisect the chord. It means we can say that AC must be equal to CB. Correct? So as we know that the perpendicular drawn from the center bisect the chord, so it means we can say that AC is equal to CB. So C is the appropriate option. Understood, children? Now let us switch to section B, 2 markers each. Question number 11. Answer the following questions in one word. First one is, how many tangents can a circle have? Of course, there can be infinite many tangents because circle is nothing but a collection of infinitely many points. Okay. So from each and every point one tangent can be drawn. So there can be infinitely many tangents which can be drawn. Okay. Fine. Now next is, name the common point of a tangent to a circle and the circle. Of course, that point is known as a point of contact. So the answers are 11th A part, infinitely many tangents can be drawn, and B part, point of contact is the common point of the tangent to the circle and of course the circle. Clear, children? Now let us switch to another 2 marker question, that is question number 12. In the given figure, if TP and TQ are two tangents to a circle, you can see that TP and TQ are two tangents to the circle with center point O, so that POQ is 110 degree. Then we will have to calculate, children, this is angle PTQ. Correct? Here is the diagram of question number 12. There is a circle with center point O. Okay. TP and TQ are two tangents. Angle POQ is 110 degree and we will have to calculate angle PTQ. Fine, children? So what is given? Angle POQ is equal to 110 degree. TP and TQ are the tangents to the circle. So it means OP must be perpendicular to TP and OQ will also be perpendicular to TQ. Okay. So as radius is perpendicular to the tangent at the point of contact. Now children, you know that PTOQ is a quadrilateral. So let us apply angle sum property of a quadrilateral. Angle 1 plus angle 2 plus angle 3 plus angle 4 is equal to 360 degree. You can see that angle 1 and angle 2 both are of 90 degree. Angle this one, angle 3 is equal to 110. We have to calculate angle 4. Very simple question it was. That is 90 degree plus 90 degree plus 110 degree plus 4. Angle 4 is equal to 360 degree. So 290 degree plus angle 4 is equal to 360 degree. So angle 4 is equal to 70 degree. And what was angle 4 considered? That was angle PTQ is equal to 70 degree. Got it, children? Now children, let us switch to 3 marker questions. Question number 13. Prove that the length of the tangent drawn from an external point to a circle are equal. What is this actually? This is theorem 10.2 which you have to prove. Fine, children? So here is the diagram of question number 13. There is a circle with center point O. We have to tell that the length of the tangents drawn from the external point. Here children, you know that A is the external point. AP and AQ, they both are the tangent to the circle. We have to tell that AP is equal to AQ. Correct, children? So let us start. What is given? As it is a theorem, so you have to write down everything given to prove construction if required. So let AP and AQ be two tangents from a point A to the circle with center O. Correct, children? We have to prove that AP is equal to AQ. So one small construction has been done, that I have joined OP, OQ and AO. Fine, children? So children, to prove AP is equal to AQ, I am going to prove these two triangles as congruent. That is triangle APO and AQO. What I am going to do? Just have a look. OP is equal to OQ. They are radii of the circle. AO is common. Fine. And OP is perpendicular on AP and OQ is perpendicular on AQ. As radius is perpendicular to the tangent at the point of contact. So this is right angle, this is hypotenuse and this is another side. So which criteria I have applied? That is RHS criteria of congruency. So by CPCT I can say that AP must be equal to AQ. Correct, children? Now I have explained you through diagram. Just look at its written solution. We know that radius is perpendicular to the tangent at the point of contact. As AP and AQ are the tangent, so OP and OQ are the radius of the circle. So what can we say? That OP is perpendicular to AP and OQ is perpendicular to AQ. Correct, children? Now in triangle OPA and triangle OQA, OP is equal to OQ, they are radii of the circle. Angle OPA is equal to OQA, both are of 90 degree. Just proved right now. And OA is equal to OA, that is common. So by RHS congruency criteria, we can say that triangle OPA is congruent to triangle OQA. So by CPCT, we can say that AP is equal to AQ, which are basically the length of the tangents from the external point to the same circle. They are equal. So hence proved. Now children, I am going to discuss last section, that is section number D, 4 markers each. Question number 14. Prove that the opposite sides of a quadrilateral circumscribing a circle subtend supplementary angle at the center of the circle. Fine, children? So here is solution number 14. First of all, there is a quadrilateral, that is ABCD, which is circumscribing a circle with center point O. Correct, children? This has been given to us. Okay. Now let this circle touches the sides AB, BC, CD and DA at point E, F, G, H respectively. What we have to prove, children, that the opposite sides of a quadrilateral, AB is opposite of CD, BC is opposite of AD. So you can take either of the two pairs. Okay, if I am going to take this side AB and this side CD, what is said that the opposite side of a quadrilateral circumscribing a circle subtend a supplementary angle at the center point, means angle 2 plus angle 3 plus angle 6 plus angle 7 must be equal to 180 degree. If you do not want to take this pair AB and CD, you can take BC and AD also in that case. Okay. Then definitely angle 4 plus angle 5 plus angle 1 plus angle 8 must be equal to 180 degree you have to prove. Okay. So in to prove, angle AOB plus angle COD must be equal to 180 degree. That is angle 2 plus angle 3 plus angle 6 plus angle 7 is equal to 180 degree. Okay. Now children, I have done a small construction. I am just going to draw the radii of the circle. I have joined OE, OF, OG and OH. They all are the radii of the circle. Fine children. Now what I am going to do, I am going to prove either of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I will be having total 8 triangles. Means total 4 pairs I will be having. So either of the 4 pairs of the triangle, I am going to prove one pair as congruent. So let us prove AOH is congruent to AOE. What can be done? A is the external point. From external point, the length of the tangential point of contact to the same circle is equal. So can I write that AE is equal to AH? Of course. AO is common and OE is equal to OH. They both are the radii of the circle. Correct children? So by triple S criteria, I have proved that triangle AOE is congruent to triangle AOH. So by CPCT, can I say that angle 1 is equal to angle 2? In the same manner children, you can prove BOE is congruent to BOF. So angle 3 must be equal to angle 4. Similarly, angle 5 must be equal to angle 6 and angle 7 must be equal to angle 8. Correct? So here is the written proof that in triangle AOH and triangle AOE, AE is equal to AH, length of the tangent from the external point to the same circle are equal. OE is equal to OH, radii of the circle. AO is equal to AO, common. So triangle AOH must be congruent to triangle AOE by triple S congruency criteria. So by corresponding parts of the congruent triangle, means by CPCT, we can say that angle 1 is equal to angle 2. Similarly children, while proving other pairs also of the triangle congruent, we can say that angle 3 is equal to angle 4, angle 5 is equal to angle 6 and angle 7 is equal to angle 8. You are not supposed to show the congruency for all the 4 pairs of the triangles. You can show just for one only, as I have shown. Okay. So children, you know that all the angles are made at a point. Have a look. They all are 8 angles are made at a point. So what will be the sum of all the angles? That is 360 degree. Fine. So now angle 1 plus angle 2 plus angle 3 plus angle 4 plus angle 5 plus angle 6 plus angle 7 plus angle 8 is equal to 360 degree angles at a point. Now let us start replacing them. Whatever is our requirement, those angles we are going to place over here. Okay. Angle 1 will be replaced by angle 2. Angle 2 will remain angle 2. Angle 3 will remain angle 3. Angle 4 will be replaced by angle 3. Why? Because 3 and 4 are equal. At place of angle 5, I have written angle 6. Here angle 6 will remain as it is. Angle 7 plus at place of angle 8, I have written angle 7 is equal to 360 degree. So this is twice of angle 2 plus twice of angle 3 plus twice of angle 6 plus twice of angle 7 is equal to 360 degree. While taking 2 as common, children, I have got angle 2 plus angle 3 plus angle 6 plus angle 7 is equal to 180 degree. So which particular angle was making the summation of angle 2 and angle 3? That was angle AOB. Plus 6 plus 7 is equal to COD is equal to 180 degree. Have a look. Angle AOB plus angle COD is equal to 180 degree. So hence proved that opposite side of a quadrilateral circumscribing a circle subtends supplementary angle at the center of the circle. Got it, children? Now children, this is last question of today's test. Prove that the parallelogram circumscribing a circle. Now it's not a quadrilateral, it is a parallelogram. It would be a rhombus. This we have to prove. So children, here you can see that ABCD is the parallelogram which is circumscribing a circle with center point O. What is the condition of a parallelogram? Parallelogram is that quadrilateral whose opposite sides are equal. Means AB is equal to CD and BC is equal to AD. Okay. What we have to prove? We have to prove that this parallelogram is actually a rhombus. So children, in rhombus all the four sides are equal. Okay. Opposite sides are already equal. Why? Because ABCD is a parallelogram. If at any way I prove that adjacent sides are also equal, that AB is equal to BC or BC is equal to CD or CD is equal to AD or AD is equal to AB, either of the four conditions, then I can prove that ABCD is a rhombus. Clear, children? So children, what is given? ABCD is a parallelogram circumscribing a circle. Okay. We have to prove that ABCD is a rhombus. Rhombus is that parallelogram whose all the four sides are equal. Okay. Or you can say that rhombus is a quadrilateral whose all four sides are equal. So AB must be equal to BC, must be equal to CD, must be equal to DA. This we have to prove. Okay. What I am going to do, children? We know that the length of the tangent from the external point to the circle is equal. So children, have a look. If I take A as the external point, then I know that AM is equal to AP. If B is external point, then BM is equal to BN. If C is external point, then CN must be equal to CO. And if D is external point, then DO must be equal to DP. Why? Because the length of the tangent from the external point to the point of contact, they all are point of contacts, are equal. So here children, I have written all four conditions. Okay. So now I am going to add all these four equations. So this is AM plus BM is written in one bracket plus CO plus DO is equal to AP plus BN plus CN plus DP. I have written over here. The pairing will be there of AP with DP, AP with DP, okay, plus BN with CN. Okay, just have a look once. AM plus BM will make complete AB and CO plus DO will make CD. So this is written AB plus CD. Okay. Now AP plus PD will make AD and BN plus CN will make BC. Correct, children? Have a look. This is AP plus PD. AP plus PD is making AD and BN plus CN is making BC. So let us consider it as equation number 5. Children, we know that ABCD is a parallelogram. So definitely opposite sides must be equal. It means AB must be equal to CD and BC must be equal to AD. Now put these equations in equation number 5. Okay. Now what we have got? AB plus CD I have replaced by AB. Why? Because they both are equal. Okay. So here I have written at place of CD again AB is equal to. At place of AD, children, I am going to write BC. So this is BC plus this BC will remain BC only. So I have got twice of AB is equal to twice of BC. It implies to AB is equal to BC. And AB and BC, children, they both are adjacent sides of each other. So if opposite sides are also equal, adjacent are also equal. So what can we say? That ABCD is a rhombus. It means all the four sides are equal. Now we can say that AB is equal to BC is equal to CD is equal to DA. Got it, children? So it implies to ABCD is a rhombus. Hence, the parallelogram circumscribing a circle is a rhombus. So children, that's it for the day. I hope your all the doubts may have resolved after watching this video of test solutions of chapter number 10 circles. Now here is the time to get mathematics homework. Your maths homework is you have to do the corrections of the test of chapter number 10 circles, and children you have to read pages 117 to 122 of chapter number 6 triangles from NCERT 2 times. Got it, children? In these very pages, the introduction of chapter number 6 triangles is given. Okay. The concept of similarity is also taught in a very well manner. You please go through these very pages so that in next lecture you can better understand the concept. Fine, children? So that's it for the day. Please like the video and do not forget to subscribe our channel. Thank you and have a nice day.